What's up guys, welcome back to Michael's house, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to fill some cracks. Here's a before shot, and as you can see I have some major cracks about 2 inches wide and about 1.5 to 2 inches deep. And after filling the cracks using a product called Aquaphalt, here's the finished product. The major benefit of this repair is reducing further water getting into the cracks and causing damage through freeze-thaw cycles. A quick pro tip, when buying Aquaphalt, keep in mind that this product has a guaranteed shelf life of 12 months, and after this period there's a risk that it might sit on its own from the moisture in the air. There is a gasket in the lid to prevent this, but if you can, make sure to check the date on the outside of the product and make sure it's less than 12 months old. To complete this repair, we're going to need a leaf blower or a broom, some gloves, a trowel, and a wire brush, and a hose. The first step is to prep the cracks. Take a pressure washer and shoot out the debris filling the cracks. I didn't show this, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I highly recommend wearing old clothes in this case, as you may have some backsplash. After this, I let the asphalt dry overnight and come back the next day with a wire brush, and that's what you see here. It's important to scrape the top and sides of the crack to really give the Aquaphalt a clean surface to adhere to. You really want to take your time with this and make sure you get in there and get as much debris out of there as you can. If you don't, the Aquaphalt's not going to adhere as strongly and it won't be as permanent of a solution. Quick note on this wire brush, I picked it up at Home Depot and honestly it's been really great to use around the house. The firm bristles and the metal attachment at the top really allow you to get into all kinds of nooks and crannies without being worried that it's going to break. And after you've finished moving out all the debris from the cracks, it should look something like this. And now we're ready to take a broom or a leaf blower to clear out the cracks. We want to make sure we have a clean surface, like I mentioned before, so that the Aquaphalt can have something strong to bond to. And after cleaning out your cracks, they should look something like this. Now that I've had these cracks cleaned out, it's honestly pretty surprising how big they are. So I'd definitely get ahead of filling your cracks so they don't get this big if you have the option. Now that we're ready to start applying the Aquaphalt, I wanted to give a bit more information on the product and how it works. So this product works by simply adding water and compacting the product into the crack. After about 15 minutes, it should start setting up and getting hard, and after a full 24 hours, it should be fully cured. It claims to be stronger than typical asphalt mixes and works year-round, which means you can even do this in freezing temperatures. I decided I wanted to get ahead of the freezing temperatures, as typically with products like this, curing time extends a lot once they're in colder conditions. This product is also environmentally friendly, having no VOCs or volatile organic compounds or toxic solvents. So it's really a great repair and you don't have to be worried about your kids or your pets playing in the vicinity of this patch. To apply the product, I found it's best to use a trowel and shovel the product into the crack. If your cracks are large and long like mine, I'll show you a quick tip later on how to apply it faster. When applying this product, you want to keep in mind that you want to pile it slightly higher than the crack, because after you tamp it down, it's going to compact it and lower the height. Like I mentioned before, this product does have a shelf life of approximately 12 months. So if you open up your product and it's rock hard, make sure to get a refund, pick up a new tub that hasn't expired. I've definitely read some reviews online of some nightmare stories of people picking up these tubs and they're not able to get it out at all because it's just rock hard. Luckily, even though mine was past the 12-month period, it was still coming out quite well, so I was pretty happy with that. So as you can see, it's not taking a ton of time for me to apply it like this, and I'm able to apply it pretty accurately, but it's also not that fast. And with the days getting shorter, having it be close to winter, I discovered a new way to apply it that is quite a bit faster. So what I did is I put the tub on its side and I started rolling it down along the crack, and similar to a cement mixer, that asphalt will just kind of pour out of there, and you can even use your trowel to further encourage it to come out. As you'll see, it's quite a bit faster. It saved me a lot of time and made this process a lot more enjoyable. Here's another angle of a few more cracks that I had to fill. I'm using the same technique here and it's working pretty good. In this section, the crack is a little bit more narrow and not as deep, so it did require a little bit more work to keep that Aquaphalt in the crack. Because of the larger grain size of this Aquaphalt, it was pretty easy for it to spill out. In this case, it is an option to look at the 4.0 Aquaphalt as opposed to this version, which is the 6.0. But later you'll see in this video that I was still able to tamp it into the cracks pretty good. So I'd say it's still a viable option for the cracks of this size. Now that all the product has been applied, the next step is to wet it and tamp it down. The instructions on the tub say that you can't overwater the product, so definitely apply water liberally. Next, take your tamper and compact the Aquaphalt. If your cracks are flat with the ground, or if you're repairing a big patch, I'd opt to use a conventional 8x8 or 10x10 inch tamper. But if you have cracks like this, I opted to use just a 2x4. This allowed me to get right on top of the asphalt and hit that directly, as opposed to hitting the asphalt around it and potentially cracking it. Aim to use as much force as possible. This will ensure a smooth and level surface, and also ensure any air spots are removed so the patch is strong, so that when you drive over it with heavy traffic, it won't be compressed further or damaged. It'll be rock hard and solid. Here's another angle of me wetting and tamping down different size cracks so you can see for comparison. This section had probably the thickest cracks of all, so I really took my time here tamping the product down, and because I drive across this section most commonly, I made sure to tamp down both edges as best as I could so that it would create a smooth surface for the car to drive over. Tamping the product down is definitely the most intensive portion of this repair, but you definitely want to take your time and do this properly. This will ensure that that product stays in there for years to come. And just like that, you're done. Open to traffic in 15 minutes and fully cured in 24 hours. The next morning, I went and felt the Aquaphalt and can confirm it's definitely rock hard. Time will tell how this repair holds up, but with all the research I've done online and how solid it feels, I have some pretty strong confidence that this should last at least a few years, if not more. After I finished tamping, this is what the final product looked like. By tamping it down, you can get it pretty flush with the previous asphalt, giving you a nice smooth finish. It also does have some texture with it being Aquaphalt 6.0 as opposed to their smaller grain size of Aquaphalt 4.0. But I think it fits in nicely with the previous asphalt aside from the color. But overall, I think it looks pretty good, and it's going to prevent water getting into those cracks, which is what we were after in the first place. Well, that's it for today's video. In case you want to take on a project like this yourself, I've listed all the products I used in this video in the description. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions, and until next time, this is Michael's House signing off. Thanks.